And welcome back. Episode 1 was a lot of us just running around trying to survive the first night. Hunger is going to be a very real issue, and today we're going to try to get our first smeltery. The smeltery is actually a fairly important step here in getting through this. It's going to allow us to start moving into better things here, and honestly, we can't start working on anything else until we've gotten a little further into the getting started. So I think what we need is we have just a little flint left for our tools here. We have our first couple torches. That was a big success of the first day. And so we can now start to move down here and maybe even start to move ourselves inside at night. So the goal here is to find ourselves the ability to make a furnace. And so if we go look up a furnace, they're going to want coal, which we have, and stone, and wood. So we actually have all of this. So with our mine kind of firmly established there, let's go ahead and get a little bit of this lit. We don't need a creeper spawning exactly on our base. If we have to fight it off, I don't want to lose my chest. I can't even imagine how long it's going to be till we can make more chests. So let's go ahead and make our first furnace. So we're going to need wood planks. We don't have a huge amount of wood, so let's go ahead and take this as an opportunity to go clear out some of these trees over here. Looks like we've got another night incoming, so with all of this kind of wood in mind, we've got our 8 wood. Let's go ahead and start prepping to lock ourselves in for the night. I've got another crafting bench, so I might as well actually move myself inside now. Okay. And we'll do it at... Can this guy get inside? Do I need to let luggage inside? Come on down, bud. Where are you at? I think he's probably locked in. I don't know. Luggage may die. These things happen. So let's start giving ourselves a little working room here. And look at that, we are comfortable with our flint pickaxe. If this thing breaks tonight, our ability to repair it is entirely outdoors, so we will just have to wait. And if we starve to death, that's another problem. So I don't want to necessarily mine out too much. I definitely don't use vein miner if I do not have to. We'll get this lit, and we will build our first furnace. So we need our 2 gears and a lot of compressed cobble here. I need that little luggage guy after all. Where you at, buddy? Hey, come follow me. Oh my gosh. Dumb as a suitcase, I tell ya. Come on. Could not have made this easier. Oh. At least give me all my stuff. And if you can't figure a way out of there, it wasn't meant to be. Now let's quickly go before bad things happen. Get ourselves down here. Hey, you found a way. Good for you. Give our 4th compressed cobble, and a furnace is ours. So with a furnace, what we can do is we can now get grout for our smeltery. And the best way to get grout is going to be to mine, to vein mine sand, gravel, and clay, which we can do, just not yet. So we'll keep making this a little deeper because we know we're going to have to go down at some point. And it is still very much night. I'm not sure I like this guy. And I definitely don't like that he just has so little life. There's got to be a way to heal you. Do I feed you something? Maybe we eat wood? I picked it up. Oh, great. Okay, then we can hold on to that until there's a day that I can figure out how to heal you. Okay. Got our last torch here. One of the things I am curious about is, do we have a tiny coal? We do. And if I use tiny coal with this, does it generates these little half torches? That's not what I want. But the tiny coal is really helpful for when we're making small amounts of things, because it lets you be a little more efficient with fuel, which is something we are going to be short on. There's our fuel. Let's vein mine this. And then we broke our pick. Huh. Let's let ourselves back out, and then we can come back down there after we fix our pick. We can't fix our pick at night because we just don't have that tech without going outside. So we will run over here and gather this up. And now we are safe to charge back in. Ooh, I heard something. And make ourselves some charcoal. Honestly, I'd be fine moving totally to charcoal. So let's just go ahead and, I don't know why I needed to make tiny coal if I was just going to do that anyway. So we'll just do that. And we've got this. Should be, we can kind of seal this back up and charge onward. So we've now found coal. I wonder what the highest ore we can mine is. And with charcoal on the way, we should have sustainable torches. Sustainable torches is kind of key to all of this. Okay, so we found iron, and we're at 45. Cannot mine that yet. That makes sense. We also found silver, which we cannot mine yet. Also makes sense. Oh. Well, hello. Interesting. Do not want to risk too much here. I don't really have the nutrition to take damage. Alright. Let's let's seal that up, and let's consider that a good stopping point until hopefully daytime. We're down to the last 3 hunger, so I know that kind of overexerting myself doesn't make too much sense now. I may have some food left in the chest outdoors here. Man, armor. So much armor. I don't know whether or not we have the ability to fix this sword, so hopefully they didn't just give me a sword that kind of baits me into swapping it out for things I can't heal. Let's eat this, I guess, mushroom. And the sun could not have come up with a better time. I think the goal now should be to get the grout for the smeltery, and stay focused on that, and know that food is probably our next goal. I think sustainable food is going to be an issue here, so let's just find enough food to get me through. Oh god. Not really a fan of the non-burning zombie. Why are you not burning? There it is. There's our lovely daytime. Okay. Having better luck now that we have a sword. It does look like we move up to a better helmet. Perfect. New upgrade. Eat some berries, and we're going to look for some more Pam's Craft here. Come on, Pam's. There we go. Okay, so with Pam's Craft kind of feeding the way here. Oh god. We hear more than one skeleton. We want out of here. We do not have the nutrition to be taking on fights that I do not need to. Okay. I heard more than one. I don't know where the other one went. Looks like we have enough cows that we can probably afford to kill one. Try not to kill my early livestock, so we can kind of afford to breed that into a more stable population. But it looks like we have plenty of cows around. What are you? Oh my gosh. All of these armored zombies. Okay. Having a little more luck than we did last time with not dying to things. We do need some sand. Well, I don't want to just... I don't have... Until we have more flint, I don't have the ability to fix this thing. So I'd like to go harvest flint first. So let's look for some gravel. Preferably more than just one or two. I see clay. We have plenty of clay. We're going to need a big chunk of sand, so as soon as we have enough gravel to move on... Ooh, there's apatite over there too. Good to know. We don't need it yet, and storage is going to be an issue early on in the mod, so acquiring everything we see doesn't make sense. But getting a chance at some more flint here would be great. Well, I kind of just broke all that, didn't I? Let's at least, well, seemed to fix itself. Oh, there it is. It's like, let's at least fix it to the point where it doesn't have the flowing issue here. Okay. And did that give me flint? It did. 4 flint. And we have enough left over to vein mine some sand. It looks like that created some weird water issues there, so let's fix all that. Just don't like the idea of leaving flowing water out in the world where I didn't put it. Alright. So now we can run back. I assume we'll be seeing a lot of achievements kind of flow out this early on in the pack, as other people here tend to move through things at a different pace. And food is really the issue. My goodness. I am already hungry again. Went too far. Okay. Still have plenty of storage, which is good because we are going to run out. Let's repair. Okay. I could use more torches, and we could just kind of, hopefully at least push out the spawn radius of things. Always leave one behind there, so I can push in some more lumber. And then we need some wood. And then we're going to go ahead and make our grout. Sand, gravel, dirt, clay. Yeah. We've got all the things we could want. So, smeltery. And we need a controller block. So we need seared brick. You get 4 times as much for using 4 times as much, so it doesn't matter. I don't know how we're doing on... Let's set aside one of these. We have wood in there, and then let's go down and cook the rest of this. Did I just put that grout up? I could have swore I just made grout. Maybe I put away the wrong thing. I did. I wanted that put away. And then we are going to need to go find some food. So let's get this cooking. And that should be enough to get us towards our smeltery. That's going to take a little bit. So while that happens, we can start on finding a more stable source of food. And while we are out and about, we can at least generate some torches here. I like to have just about everything around me torched, especially in modded where there's more dangerous versions of things. The fact that like all these zombies have had 20 armor and don't necessarily burn up in the sunshine. I'd rather just not spawn a million of them in too close to my base just to begin with. And then if we need to go hunt them for something, that's like a choice we make. Alright, so from there, Pam's seems to be one of the better sources. We need to be able to have a bed soon, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and like kill my sheep in hopes that that gives us some raw food, which I assume we can start cooking once our furnace frees up. And this will actually knock out, hopefully, 2 birds with 1 stone. I think we need an empty hand for this. Are you really not a complete apple? Alright. I don't know if goats actually drop what we need, so we'll leave that goat alone. But if we find another sheep, it's going down. Alright, so as we kind of explore here, there's a chance to get a feel for more of our surroundings. I don't see anywhere that's like a way better base yet. Well, maybe this thing here is intriguing. Living among this many trees is not all bad. Is that a sheep? Please be a sheep. No, it's a hive. I saw the white. Oh my goodness. That was a cool tree here. What's this? Forestry trees. Who is looking forward to bees? My goodness. I am excited about forestry. The last pack we played did not have it. I didn't realize I missed it. Maybe I just missed it because it wasn't there. Plenty of Botania stuff. Another mod that I really have enjoyed in the past and have not played with recently. This pack is pretty comprehensive across the board. Looks like it's starting to get night, so let's start to head back. We didn't necessarily get enough food to make it through the night again, so we're going to have kind of another rough night. That seems to be the theme early on. We do have enough clay for a bucket, so hopefully, oh, look at them, already sleeping. Good. So that should carry me through, at least while they're online. It would be nice to solve my own problems instead of just waiting on other people to sleep. Especially when they move to a point where they don't feel they need to sleep through the night. So let's go ahead and eat our way back to full here. Okay, so we're full. Checking on our nutrition, looks like we're doing really good on fruit and veggies. Actually killing those animals got us back up on that. We're a little low on grain and dairy. Don't really have a good source of that yet. And we have our seared bricks, which should give us most of what we need. They want a smeltery controller and a casting table, a faucet, did I need the drain? I do need the drain. How many brick things do I need here? Hopefully I didn't make enough. Or hopefully I made enough here. Doesn't look like I did. So I'm going to need to make some more grout, because I did not pre-count that. So we'll just make that amount again. And we will need more coal. We'll just use this to do it. Coal isn't really any more valuable than charcoal this early on. I just like the idea that it's something renewable. Okay. And we could use a second furnace. Seems like furnaces are going to be fairly tied up. So let's go ahead and grab this stuff, and we'll go ahead and make ourselves another furnace or two here. Okay, making sure we had enough. Looks like we've done enough mining for a second furnace. Not a third would mean I had to make a little more of some things here. And that should let us start making, I think I'm going to need some glass. Where did I put that sand? Did we use it all? Oh no. Well, do I need it for the seared tank? I think I do. Smeltery, the seared tank needs glass. Yep. So let's go get ourselves some sand. Well, it's nice to be full. So that's definitely an advantage. And we could also use some more flint, but we actually have gravel over there, so we can always kind of just do that on site. No big deal. Okay. Looks like I didn't cause too many problems here. Shockingly, that just kind of filled itself in. Now, did we break this? Yes, we did. The problem with breaking it is that I don't know how much I have left. Good. Okay. Could probably have just gotten by with repairing it with one. That would have been acceptable. Get that cooking. And we will move up to knock out the rest of our smeltery components. Ooh, big lag spike. Okay. What we need is we need the sear tank and the controller. The controller, I think, is actually just a ring. And we need just one piece of glass for the tank. And I believe it goes in the middle. And actually, I should have grabbed one more brick while I was down there. Okay, and that gives us this. And then from there, we'll just get an extra brick. Okay, so we completed our smeltery. So let's get this set up. It's going to be a pretty small smeltery at first. We're going to set the drain on this side. I don't think it matters, but let's act like it does. And that will let us set this basin up conveniently right here. Set the faucet up. Set up the controller. And we already know we'll want it to be at least one taller when we get the chance. Go ahead and get some more torches. Do one here. And there. Perfect. Well, that got us that. Let's see what our lovely reward is. Wrong key. And we're going to get a standard loot chest. Claim that loot chest. And we got a fan. Those are really good for mob farms, so maybe that'll help us get into some early mob farming. I don't know what fans are worth. That is the fan from Open Blocks right here. Iron and a slab. So Nothing amazingly expensive. I say that not having yet been able to get to iron. What we're now going to need is lava. And we're going to need a fired bucket to get it. So in this one over here, we're going to fire a bucket. And we're going to call it a day. So with that bucket firing to get our smeltery off the ground, the goal here will be to start moving into upping. Looks like our mining level is going to take up a substantial amount of time, at least till we're a little further along. And that should get us further into the pack. So hopefully very soon we are stable enough to get ourselves through the night. We did get up to 2 pieces of wool, so if we could find a third, that would help. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.